everybody, this is Classics, and for the next video in this series, we'll be visiting El Tren El Chepe, or also known as the El Chepe train. Por cierto, este video también está disponible en español en mi canal. The El Chepe train travels from the state of Sinaloa to the state of Chihuahua and vice versa, and it takes approximately 9 to 10 hours total. I will tell you about my experience and how it was on board and inside, as this was truly a beautiful adventure, as well as the places we visited. All of this started in the city of Los Mochis, where I had a great stay, and I strongly recommend that if you have the opportunity that you get to know this beautiful city. I have a video of this place on my channel, which I will leave at the top. The Los Mochis train station is located on the outskirts of the city, and so please keep that in mind. And I recommend that you take the time to arrive early so that you will have time to view the outside of the train and to locate your car. It is divided into 3 classes: the tourist class, the executive class, and the first class. The cars that are closest to the engine are those of the tourist class. The cars in the middle are the business class or executive class, and the cars that are near the caboose is where first class is located. I decided to buy the tickets for the first class because of the benefits, which will give you a better experience on the train. We began our trip to the state of Chihuahua, where I first decided to get to know the train throughout its cars. This was my first time I had been on a train in my life, and it was something special and interesting to me. The seats and the design of the first class cars are very beautiful and classic, and you can have a nice time relaxing and looking through the window at the beautiful landscapes. It is worth mentioning that the difference between the seats in the first class, tourist, and executive is that in first class there's a table between them, as well as being larger and comfier. The seats in the executive or business class and the tourist class do not have tables and are back to back like a bus. Now we'll visit the last train, also known as the caboose, which has a bar. And for part of the route, the staff will roll the windows up so you can feel the wind through your hair. Next, we'll continue through a part of Sinaloa where we will observe large crops, as well as go through the first biome change, which went from grassy plains to an area of thorny forest where we find cactus and scrub, before we approach our first station, the El Forte, or the Fort, where the train stops for a few minutes. Since you can do this trip directly, you do not get off. But you can get off at the stations, in which case you will have to return to catch another train on another day. It should be noted that the maximum number of stops that you are allowed to make when booking is 2, meaning that if you book a ticket and you get off at one of the stops before your final destination that you didn't pre-book, you will need to buy another ticket to get back on the train. In my instance, we did a non-stop direct trip, so I did not get off the train till I reached my final destination. Next, we reached a part of the route where we began to cross bridges and travel through tunnels of the canyons and enjoy wonderful landscapes. As we got closer to the northwestern part of the state of Sinaloa, and the change is made from a desert climate to a tundra climate, where more vegetation can be seen, as well as lakes and mountainous areas. It was one of the parts of the tour that I enjoyed the most because I had never seen these types of landscapes before, didn't even know they existed in Mexico. Then we crossed into the state of Chihuahua, in which the change in climate was even more noticeable, where it from being hot and dry to being cool and temperate. Then we arrived at the Bauchivo station, and then we decided to go to the dining car. This part of the train also has a raised area with a panoramic glass roof, which enhances your dining experience. Please note that food and non-alcoholic beverages are one of your inclusions in the first class fare. The next stop is the Divisadero station, which is near the famous Copper Canyon, one of the most stunning areas of the state and in the entire country, as well as San Rafael, which was one of the coldest areas. You will also be able to observe part of the Sierra Tarahumara, which is where large populations of Mexico's indigenous people live, such as the Los Tarahumaras, or the Raramuris, Pimas, or Ooba, Tepehuanes, or Odamis, y the Guarejillos o Guarijos. These hardworking and self-sufficient people are healthy and strong to live in the coldest parts of Mexico. The last stretch is from the Divisadero station to Creel. Where I was able to see a very beautiful sunset, one of the best I've ever experienced, given the incredible surroundings and pleasant weather. I will leave you with these beautiful views. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you tune in for the next video in this series, and don't forget to subscribe.